Today on Drawbli?
We're looking at the art of Looper D.
Alright, tell me what drew you to Looper's art?
I actually was doing a second pass on this artist after having collected some of their artwork already. And then my second go round, this piece stood out to me. I thought it was really, really beautiful. It stood out with like the red shapes, the whole like setting of it, the composition. I love the tassels coming from this staff decoration.
The colors are really amazing here. It's so hard to do red and green without it feeling like Christmas.
Right.
And that's like super cool. Love that.
And then this is just amazing. I love this with all that like texture in the beard and hair. The way the lighting is played with there is so cool and so complex.
Yeah, it is truly incredible. Like the hands are done so kind of roughly as well. They're clearly not to be a moment of or a piece of focus there with the character. Oh, this is very different in terms of style from what we've seen, and a little terrifying over here.
I don't know exactly what world this is created for, but we're going to look at a couple different pieces in the same pretty watercolor style with the line work. I thought they were just too good not to include.
It feels like a siren where it's like, oh, this pretty lady, and she's got her little fan in the water singing her song, and then she moves the fan and it's just like this big hungry mouth that's going to devour you.
Right, absolutely terrifying. These just have the feel of having been created with like a brush pen, and I love that. They feel inky and a little chaotic, but there's something about that style that deeply appeals to me.
This style, I mean, it feels like an older, like, I don't think this is Japanese. It might be Mandarin or something, but it feels like it feels like a style that you would see on an old Japanese scroll, and probably like East Asian culture in general. Like the style works to evoke those feelings so much.
And then this is a little bit different too, but I liked this character design a lot. I like how we see the value study on the right, and then we see that with color added, but we're still respecting the value contrast, at least, on the image on the left.
That is one thing that is really hard for me to wrap my brain around, which is that some colors are brighter or darker. Even like when you're digitally picking a color on a color wheel, it's not going to be the same value if it's blue or if it's yellow, if you're just changing the hue. That's like kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, there's so much to consider.
Yeah.
And then I thought I love the cart here with like the little hot coals and what looks like bread up top, with this guy with his bread basket on his head.
Yeah, I'm so interested in this little, differently colored-eyed character over here. Yeah, but this guy's really cool. I love his hands.
Oh yeah, and just the splotchiness of the color work on that too. It's really delightful.
Yeah, I'm not sure like if that's a personal IP or what, but we can see that character pushing his little cart here through this insane world with this massive gargantuan statue.
Yeah, this artist is really not limited in their style type, I feel like, and I love that about them. Like they have subject matter that they feel like I feel like they gravitate towards, but they're gonna paint it in many different ways.
Yeah,
whatever.
For this piece, I want to do it in this particular style kind of vibe. Yeah. Oh, and this giant, I think that's a particular type of goldfish.
Yeah, probably is the magic kind that can fly.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I had one of those when I was growing up.
Pretty particular kind, big enough to ride.
I never saw him fly personally. His name was Gumby, but he could fly.
We forgot to feed ours and it died.
That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, no, just kidding. We just left him in the pond and he froze. This image is cool. I like this guy here up top.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, his expression is intense. For reading what is maybe just the newspaper, it's a very strident look.
Yeah, I love this Zoid-esque mech. I'm not sure if you ever saw the show Zoids growing up.
Never heard of it.
But it's kind of like Transformers, but they're just like, it's not like Transformers at all.
Oh, okay. So I'll picture that. I think I got it, actually.
They're quadrupedal, or maybe there's different types. It doesn't matter. They're robot animals.
Oh, okay.
And they're cool.
I'll bear that in mind.
It's kind of like Beyblade era. Very cool.
I would be so impressed with myself if I could create a character on this level with all these very, very simple shapes, but that still have a lot going on within the shapes. That's another thing we're really pulling away from most artists that we look at, is the ones we like tend to work in a very simple shape language. largely, and then we break down to smaller, more complex things that stay primarily within those larger shapes.
Yeah, incredibly strong fundamentals. It's not easy. Simple does not mean easy.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Love the green, bright splash of color on this character.
I think the design here is very, very good. All the shape design.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, this is awesome. I love these legs. And there's so many of them like layered on top of each other.
Yeah, it's super cool. A little creepy, but
Yeah.
really, really works.
And it's got a bit of a Wolverine vibe going on here with the like three-pronged claw things going on there, but they're needles. Makes me think that this character is venomous or poisonous or something.
Oh, yeah.
Very
probably.
insect inspired. Super cool.
I included this character design like worksheet just because I thought it was so interesting to see the different iterations of faces painted here on the right.
Oh yeah, each one
It's
has
just a very cool character.
some different face paint over there. Yeah.
Different hairstyles too.
Yeah.
Like that takes a lot of time and attention to come up with these different forms.
Yeah. I'm really interested in learning or leaning more in the concept direction. I think that it's just such a big can of worms. It's hard to just kind of get into it.
Right. I know. It's like you have to be already good at creating what exists already and then be good at creating something that does not yet exist. And formulating those ideas and collecting reference. Like I feel like every waking moment is like a homework collecting moment of, can I use that? Can I use that? Can I use that? Filing it away.
And the answer is yes. Yes, you can use that and that and that. And that's something that I think I've been trying to do a little more, is just think in general in my everyday waking hours of like observing different things and trying to file it away for later use. Like,
Right.
oh, that's a cool lighting scenario over there. Let me think about that for a moment and try to remember it later.
I like this because we have this little cat on an adventure. It's a little warrior with this big cat stone formation in the background.
Please. Meownt Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, yes. And I think that this artist owns a cat, and they have several artworks featuring this little cat warrior, and they even include a photo of their very, very cute cat that we'll get to see at the end.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, here he is on his little jellyfish adventure.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Yeah, I love that. Also, more flying creatures that we wouldn't normally expect to fly.
Yeah.
This is so fun. I love this. I think something we've seen as a bit of a theme in some of our recent artists is like this act of whimsy in the art world.
Exactly.
And I am, I would be inspired by this gorgeous cat as well.
This cat is so pretty. It looks like a little Siamese cat.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I also love the lighting on this cat. That'd be so fun to paint.
I bet they did paint this cat eventually.
And if you would like to paint this cat eventually, click that subscribe button down below.
And this is the part where we say
Goomba.
Goomba.